Hey everybody, welcome to episode 149 of the Rise or Die podcast. Be the man. So there's a book by one of my mentors by the name of Garrett J. White. The book is called Be the Man. What a shocker. So here's the deal. A couple days ago, I was in a kind of tight spot. I was feeling the mode of scarcity. I was feeling like, shoot, how am I ever going to actually scale my businesses? How am I going to manage my relationships? How am I going to do all of this shit? So I essentially closed down, like mentally and emotionally, just completely shut off. And I was basically like throwing a little bitch fit, trying to say, nah, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna just give it all up. I knew I wasn't, but the reality is I was in a pit. I was in a pit emotionally and mentally, and I wanted to just give up on business, being an entrepreneur, impacting lives, creating opportunity for people. Like, screw it, I'm done. And my wife looked at me, and by the way, the book's laying on the counter at home, and she said, how about you just be the man? It was like a slap right in the face or a kick to the nuts, whatever. I realized that I wasn't being the man. And it pissed me off. She was coming off like an absolute B, because I realized she had to step up and lead us because I wasn't willing to. She wasn't doing anything wrong. Yeah, she was coming off really harsh, but I needed it. She was pissed off that I wasn't doing my job as the leader of our home, the leader of our family, the man of the house. I wasn't stepping up. I wasn't doing what was required. Instead, I was throwing a tantrum. Not literally, but I was throwing an internal tantrum where I was shutting off, closing everybody off, and basically giving everybody the bird. So yeah, you bet your ass my wife had to turn on bitch mode, for lack of a better term, to whip me back into shape. And thank God she did. I'm not willing to give up what I have. I'm not willing to give up the potential and opportunity that I have, not just for me, but also my family, my team, my clients, their teams, their kids. Like, the ripple effect is huge. But it requires that I'm willing to be the man no matter what. It requires that I'm willing to have courage no matter what. It means that I will act when I don't feel like acting. It means I will get up at 4 or 5 a.m. when I don't want to get up at 4 or 5 a.m. This may sound like common sense, yet we all get into these emotional and mental pits. Think about when you leave for a run. You're like, man, I'm ready to kill it. And then 2.5 miles into your 3-mile run, you're like, screw this, I'm dead. Like, I'm done, let's just go. Like, I'm gonna walk the rest so that I can enjoy the rest of my day. Really, it's you wimping out. And I do the same thing. Like, I do it all the time. I get it. I'm not knocking it. But I'm saying it's wrong. I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm calling myself out too. We're unwilling to act. There were times where I would be selling when I was doing cold calling for my last employer. And I would actually hope that people wouldn't pick up the phone so I wouldn't get rejected again. It was a really screwed up mentality. The only way that I could sell and provide for my family was if I got on the phone. But I was hoping nobody picked up so that I wouldn't have to deal with any rejection. I wasn't willing to be the man. I wasn't willing to do what's required to create the lifestyle that I demand for me and my family. Same thing goes for body, same thing goes for being, balance, and business. Are you willing to do what is required? Are you willing to step up and be the emotional and mental rock that your family needs you to be? Or are you gonna go sit in the corner, feel bad for yourself, and be a little bitch? That's where I was at a few days ago. We all get in those slumps, but it's what you do when you're in those slumps that matters. They're unavoidable. We're all going to feel like garbage some days. What are you willing to do? How committed are you to providing the opportunity and potential that you know that you can reach for your family? Everything may fall apart. Everything may be falling apart, but it's what you do with that. Dig yourself out of debt. Dig yourself out of a crappy marriage. Dig yourself out of your obesity. It doesn't matter. Get your shit together and be the man. Be the leader for your kids. Be the leader for your wife. Be the leader for your family. Show what it means to have it all. That is what drives me. I lose sight of my why sometimes, just like we all do, and it all falls apart. And I act like a bitch. Step up, be the man by remembering your why. This isn't a body, being, balance, and business question. This is what is your purpose? What is your why? It's kind of the same thing, purpose and why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you need to keep pushing when you feel the worst? Simple question. Very simple, but extremely powerful. Don't answer it off the cuff. Well, it's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to make money. That's my job. I'm the man. Bullshit. What is your why? What drives you? Why do you need to keep pushing? Figure that out in the next 24 to 48 hours. This isn't a 30-second question. Take the next 1 to 2 days and figure this shit out. That's it for episode 149. As always, subscribe on YouTube. Give us a quick review on iTunes. Call it a day, guys. See you tomorrow.